So, hi, welcome to the Zoom call. From my side, also from the person who has invited you to this call, it's a great pleasure to have you here. It's 7 p.m. now, so we are going to start right away. We are a little over 80 participants, so this is very exciting. I'm going to share my screen now, and we will dip into the topic. Here we go. So, my name is Dvorska. I'm 35 years old, and as you might hear, I'm not a native English speaker. That's because I'm German. I used to live in the US, so I have many friends there, which I appreciate a lot. And nearly 6 years ago, I moved back to Switzerland with a lot of weight that I gained. I was always a very hardworking person, most likely as you, since you're in this call. That's one attribute why people might have invited you, and because you're a very responsible and hardworking person. And I moved back to Switzerland and I started working there in investment banking. So I worked 70, 80 hours a week. On the weekends, I did my MBA studies and was very successful. I earned a lot of money. But there was one shortcoming. I was not happy at all. I had no time for my friends, no time for my family. And after 4 years of doing that, I felt more and more unhappy and nearly burned out. You might know that as well. So I got to know through a friend of mine this business and also the products we're going to talk about, and I'm very thankful that I got the chance to get involved in this business. So what are we talking about today? Are you someone who wants to be in charge of your workday, of your tasks and of your earnings? Or do you live in an environment currently where you are going to work from 8 to 5 or 9 to 5? Your boss tells you what you have to do, which tasks you have to do, with whom you have to work with, and what your earnings are. Do you feel that there might be something, or that you are not quite happy, that there is something more that you want to reach out of life? And this is exactly what we are talking about today. You are in a business presentation. Obviously today I don't have a business outfit on me, so you might think this is a little bit strange. So we are talking about more freedom, also more fun, and a better lifestyle. So I started in this business 4 years ago, and I already have achieved somewhat a better lifestyle because I have more time. I quit my banking job already 2 years ago. I have a better lifestyle. I can work from wherever I want. Me and my boyfriend and some of my team members are currently in the Caribbean spending the winter, and we work from here. So this is an awesome opportunity, and you can fulfill whichever dream you want to achieve, or whichever dream you want to live with this business as well. So let's talk about opportunities and benefits. In regard of the market, I mean, which market would you want to work in which has a future potential? So we work in the market of the beauty and health industry. And so what do you think? Will the people want to be more beautiful in the future, or will they want to be more healthy, especially with what is happening now, that the people get more sick, they get bigger in size, and there is a relation between what we eat and how we look. So what do you think in the future? Will this still be a problem that we need to work on, or won't it? Then in regard of the product, I assume you already have looked or watched a product presentation or got involved with a product in some kind. So does it make sense for you and for other people to eat more fruits and vegetables? Do we need that? Do we need healthy fast food if we are thinking of the complete line that we need to integrate, or that we want to integrate in our life? About the concept, do you want to work in a concept where you depend on other people, where you depend on your boss, where you depend on the disgrace of your boss that you are allowed to work for him? Because when I was working in the US, I was working for a big German company in the US before. And one Monday I just came to work and I found that 50% of my coworkers I was working controlling just got fired on a Friday afternoon. This was a very shocking experience that I had in my work life, which I never thought is possible to happen. So if you work with the concept of a franchise where you build your own business, this can't happen to you. The concept we are talking about and the company Juice Plus is in the direct selling association. So it's a company which is on the market for a long time. It works internationally. So I live in Switzerland. I can work in over 30 countries. You might live in Canada, USA, China, and have contacts in many countries. So you can work in any country basically you want to. 30 countries are open in the market. So it's a great opportunity. Also, with the business concept, I mean, you know, if you want to build your own shop, let's say a barber shop, you have to get the shop, you have to get employees, you have to get everything which you need in order to fulfill your business. Here, you build a business without a risk because there's nothing tangible that you need to buy or that you need to invest. We don't want you to invest thousands and thousands of dollars. No, it's a very small franchise fee which costs $50 US or 50 Canadian dollars, which is your invest, and that's your only invest in the business. So that's a very interesting perspective. And then the question, is the business simple? Or the question is, well, what do you do? We use Juice Plus, we use the products for ourselves, and through that usage of the product, we have our own experience. Like, we lose weight, we improve our health, we change habits of our life. We share our experience with others, and we sponsor then other people into our team. So this is also a great thing that we can do. If we have a customer or a client who has a great experience, we can help them to become more independent. And that is a very valuable thing that this business gives us as a present. But how does that work in detail? So if you, for example, now decide, oh, wow, this product is great, I love what I see, so I would like to get involved. How do I do that? You can see yourself here in the middle on the screen, and you would just do a recommendation to a person who might be interested, to a person you talked to in the last month or you got to know. And if this interested person wants to try out the Juice Plus product, what you do or what he does, either you put the order in, you get an ID number, or the person orders through your homepage. The Juice Plus company, as you just saw, sends the product directly to your new customer, and the company compensates you at the end of the month per each customer that you have. The compensation, you can see that right here, in the US or in Canada, is from 6 to 22% provision. So that means per annum or per year, you can earn $30 to over $100 per customer. Obviously, you don't only have one customer. If you're excited about something, you will automatically become more customers. What I mentioned before, since it's the concept of network marketing, if one of those customers is very happy and has a great experience, he can turn into a franchise partner as well. So how does that work? It's also through a recommendation. But how do we do the recommendation first? We use our website or different tools that we have. There are many videos. There are online events that you can invite the person to for the product, but also for the business. And we then also go to huge live events, which is always very great to meet people. It's a lot of fun. So if you have a person who says, yes, I want to work with you, then you might start having your first partner in Europe, and a couple of more in Europe, and other partners all over the world. So you might maybe start with 3 people, and that's an example that I put down here for you. So the first person in your team has a monthly turnover of 1,000 euros. The second person in your team has a monthly turnover of 2,000 euros, and the third person a monthly turnover of 3,000 euros. So that would be the turnover in your team if you start with 3 people, or if you have 3 people, of 6,000 per team. So that would mean we don't only get the provision for our own customers, but we also get provision of all of our customers in our team. So here you have in your team sales of 6,000 US dollars. And of that, on an average, you get 5%. So that means of the customers of your team, you get 300 US dollars on top a month. This might not sound very interesting to you at the moment, but if your team grows and your customer base grows, those 6,000 can easily turn into 60,000. could easily turn into 600,000 or more turnover a month. That all depends on your own work and your own decisions. So this is always a nice thought to have, because then those $300 can turn into $3,000, could turn into more of that. So that is very, very interesting in terms of independence, becoming independent, having a second income, or start fulfilling your dreams. I always get goosebumps when I talk about that. So what supporters do we have in network marketing? In case you have never heard of network marketing before, we in Germany, we have Angela Merkel. You might know her, but you might not have known of her. So Angela Merkel says, I consider network marketing as a great alternative which shows commitment in ideas. So if you really want to change something in your life, the people who start in network marketing are very dedicated, have a great commitment and awesome ideas in order to build up and become a better person and become a better business person as well. Warren Buffett for sure in the US and in Canada, and he says, investing in a network marketing company was the best invest I've ever done. So this is a statement of a very, very well-known business person. And then also Robert T. Kiyosaki, he's also a great businessman. He says, rich people are looking and building networks. The rest are just looking for work. So these are three very, very interesting statements that I find personally very inspiring. The last thing I want to give you as a thought is that jobs obviously will fill a pocket, and there will always be a job that you can work if something happens or you change jobs. But if you build your own business with network marketing, you are able to live a lot of adventures, and those adventures will fill your soul. So at the end of your life, or me at the end of my life, I don't want to look back on my life and say, well, I have been working for 40 years in X different companies, but what's the value that I gained for my life? What's the value that I gave back to my life? With network marketing, in the 4 years that I'm working with it now, I already have so much soul value gathered. I have so many great clients. I could help them to change their life with products and with changing their habits. It's a great experience. So thank you very much for participating in that call. I will now go back into that call and have some people talk about their experience. After this call, we for sure will upload it to our homepage. So thank you very much for being in here. Take a good decision. Go back to the person who invited you to this call in order to get to know more. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.